Hi everyone, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Kelsey.
And we're with Iowa Pork, and today we're going to show you how to simply roast a pork loin in the oven.
It's really a showstopper, and I think a lot of people get intimidated by cooking a big piece of meat like this, but we're here to show you that it can be simple and it's incredibly affordable. This is a whole loin that I picked up at Hy-Vee today, and it is $1.99 a pound. That is an incredibly good value per serving of meat. So when I picked up one of these whole boneless pork loins, because they're going to be anywhere from 7 to 10 pounds each, and if you are just cooking for your family at home, that is probably going to be way too much. The first thing I do is cut it in half, save this, wrap it up, and freeze it for later. I am just gonna go ahead and prep it for the oven.
We have some cookies or we have Lynch barbecue seasoning, and we're just gonna rub this pork loin all over with it.
And use any seasoning that you have in your own cupboard at home, anything that you and your family like. If you like something spicier with more Cajun, go that route. If you have a barbecue rub, anything that you would season your pork chops with on the grill, you can absolutely season this with. So you can be incredibly thorough and over the top with your seasoning, because this is going to be your outside crust, and I'm just going to gently rub it in.
Typically people roast big cuts of meat in a roasting pan at home, but I don't have one.
I actually also don't have a roasting sheet at home, so I just use a cookie sheet. You don't want your meat sitting directly on the pan. You want to prop it up a little bit so it cooks more evenly and browns nicely. I just make a little ring out of aluminum foil, and that is my stand for my pork loin. And then to make it a complete meal, it's really easy to just throw in some sweet potatoes or regular potatoes. You do want something that can handle being in the oven for a long amount of time, because you're looking at about 15 to 20 minutes per pound. Use plenty of oil and plenty of seasoning for your potatoes.
I just realized that you put the meat with the fat on the bottom side. Do you usually do that?
So you can do it either way. If you want to get more flavor and more juiciness in your loin, you definitely want to have fat side up. Again, don't be intimidated by this, because it is really easy to do, and it's a simple way to impress guests that you have over for a holiday, and it's a simple way to just prep for the whole week. A lot of times I will make a cut like this on a Sunday evening, and then I have a lean protein in my fridge that I can pull out any night of the week to have a nutritious meal on, on the fly, really. So when you first put it in the oven, you want to have it at a high temperature. So we're going to start it off at 400 degrees and set your timer for 15 minutes. This is just to get your really quick crispy coating that everybody loves on the outside of their meat. And then we're going to lower the temp down to 325, and we're going to go for about 15 minutes per pound. And we've got 4 pounds here, so we're about an hour.
So how do you make sure that you don't overcook it?
145 degrees is the magic number for cooking pork. So make sure you have your meat thermometer handy, and you want to check it in the middle of the piece of meat, because it is going to get hotter towards the ends. Bring it to 145 degrees. When you bring it out, 3-minute rest before you cut into it. That kind of helps just redistribute the fat and the juices around in the piece of meat. You don't want to cut into it the second you bring it out of the oven. So let's get this in the oven. Here's your perfectly roasted pork loin that will look good on any holiday table or just for your evening weeknight meal, because now you know it's super easy.